Simran, IPOs have always been popular among retail investors. Such high gains have made retail investors assume that investing in IPOs will lead to guaranteed returns. Don't you agree?
Well, absolutely, Prathna. While investing in fundamentally strong companies will lead to gains, but not all IPO investments are successful.
Absolutely. And to help our viewers to decide which IPOs are worth their time and money, today we will reveal the top 9 tips and strategies of investing in IPOs. Hey guys, this is Prarthana from ClearTax.
And this is Simran from ClearTax as well.
So let's begin. Number 1, starting off with the first tip, do your research. When you invest in IPOs, you are investing in private companies. Private companies do not have strict disclosure norms. So often companies can hide sensitive information from the general public. The red herring prospectus does give a good picture of the company and is also approved by SEBI. But remember, the red herring prospectus is written by the company itself, and the company will try to hide all negative information to maintain its reputation. So, before you invest in an IPO, conduct your own research and do not rely on third parties.
Well, that's right, Prathna. Coming to the next one, that is read the red herring prospectus. An important IPO investing tip is to put efforts into studying the red herring prospectus. When you invest in an IPO, you become an equity holder of the company. So unlike debt investors, you do not have any safety of capital. Therefore, it is important for you to read the red herring prospectus in detail to understand how your money will be invested. The red herring prospectus will help you understand the background of the company, details of the promoters, reasons for going public, risks involved in the company, and what the company plans to do with the money, etc. A red herring prospectus is a crucial document for you to review before investing in IPOs.
Talking of the red herring prospectus, it brings me to the very third point. Know where your funds are invested. A red herring prospectus only tells you how your funds are utilized, but knowing this is important. If the company is raising funds to repay its liabilities, then it is not a positive signal. But if a company is raising capital for expansion and research, then that IPO investment can be worth your time and effort.
The fourth one is probe the promoters and management. Often IPOs are an exit window for the promoters. Therefore, before you invest in IPO, do a background check on the promoters and their experience with the company. Also, pay special attention to the company's management. Quality of management differentiates a high growth company from a poor growth company. A responsible management team can manage a company through temporary crisis and create wealth for investors. So, an important IPO investment tip is to invest in companies with strong management.
The tip quality matters is applicable everywhere, Simran, and I completely agree with your point. Next, invest in IPOs backed by strong brokers. IPOs are managed by brokers, while there is no rule that big brokers won't underwrite poor companies. It usually doesn't happen. Big brokers have their reputation to take care for and hence will underwrite IPOs of fundamentally strong companies only. But simply because the broker is a big name doesn't mean you should invest in every IPO underwritten by the broker. So, when investing in IPOs, invest in one backed by a strong, reputed broker.
That's right. The sixth one is invest at cutoff price. IPO investment is considered to be a game of luck. When you invest in IPOs, you have to bid on a price within the price band specified by the company. To ensure you get the allotment, then you should bid at the cutoff price. This way, at least your application will be considered irrespective of the final allotment price.
That is a great tip, Simran. Moving on valuations. Yes, valuations matter. It is difficult for retail investors to find out the correct valuations of a private company. While underwriters and investment bankers try to evaluate the valuations based on management and returns, you should also set up valuation benchmarks to judge the company against its peers.
The eighth one is plan an exit strategy. This is an important IPO investing tip for short-term investors. You should decide at which levels you will sell your shares and book your profits. Usually, shares of good companies list at high levels and then drop over the course of a few months. So, if you're a short-term investor and want to exit in a couple of days, then you should pre-decide your exit levels. Alternately, you should also decide your loss levels, as all IPO investments might not work in your favor. So, setting up a stop loss and book profit is very important while investing in IPOs.
The last point is extremely important, guys. Understand the lock-in period. This IPO investment tip is really important for retail investors. Underwriters and insiders have a legal contract for holding shares. If the underwriter starts selling shares after the lock-in period, then the share prices will fall. This means that the brokers are not confident of the company's future prospects. Similarly, if the underwriters hold the shares even after the lock-in period, then it is a good indication as it shows trust in the company's future prospects.
Well, IPOs are a great method for companies to raise equity capital, but not all companies raise capital for the right reasons. Some might raise funds to simply pay off its liabilities. So your hard-earned money is used to pay someone else's debt, not for your growth.
Therefore, it is important to carefully analyze the hidden information of these private companies before investing in IPOs. Thank you so much for watching the video. Let us know what you think about the video in the comment section below.
Also, do not forget to press the bell icon and like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Till then, goodbye and take care.